guys, and welcome back to Fashion Attack. As most of you know, I have been spending the last 5 days in the garage experimenting with concrete. This is actually the table I did in the last episode that if you didn't see, you should totally go see. But anyway, I thought that a super cool episode would be 10 different ways to make a light out of concrete. It's super fun, super easy, anybody could do it, and no, you don't need to do a mess as big as I did. You can just do it at home. So let's get started. For the first project, you're gonna need a plastic bowl and a little plastic cap. First thing is to put the glue on the bottom of the glass and put something heavy so that it's gonna dry in place. Then we're also gonna use some tape rolled on itself that we're gonna put on the side so that the concrete is not gonna go inside, and we're gonna have a space where to pass the cable of the light. Now take out your rounded mirror, and before we put it in, we are gonna have to fill up the entire bowl with the concrete. You have to arrive almost all the way to the top, and then tap, 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 tap. This helps to take all the bubbles away. We're gonna make 2 little cuts that are gonna help the mirror to stay up while it's drying. And 2 days later, this is the result. Now you're gonna have to take out the plastic bowl. If it doesn't work, just cut it out and rip it off. The tape is going to be the hard part to take out. So first we take out the glass and then put it upside down and just rip out all the tape. Now let's talk electricity. I'm going to show you only once, even though this is the same technique for every single lamp we're going to make. You have to put the 2 electric cables inside the little holes, N in N, L in L, and then let's close it inside. Now you can use the cable inside any hole that we're going to create for all the lamps we're going to make today. If it doesn't turn on, it just means that you inverted the 2 cables. Just do it again and then put your bulb inside. Project number 2. You're gonna have to get a balloon and blow it, but not too much. We don't want it to have the oval shape, but just the rounded one. So don't blow it too much. Then we make a little knot and you put it in a bowl so that it's gonna be easier to cover it with all the concrete that you're gonna have to do by hand. This was my idea, but then it kept rolling off and off and off. Whoops. So I was like, goodbye, bowl. And I just put it on the plastic bag. I covered it completely, and once I had it completely covered in the concrete, I went in with the finger and drew a little shape of where I wanted the light to come out. I made a little ziggy-zaggy effect and then obviously put it on the side and let it dry for 2 days. Now it's the satisfaction moment where you just get your scissor and you explode the balloon. After that, you're gonna have to use some sandpaper or also a screwer or anything to give it a more precise shape, or maybe the balloon stayed a little bit stuck inside. You make it as smooth as you want, but I suggest not to do it too much. And then this is amazing. I just popped a little candle inside and the effect is exactly like an old cave. So cool. Project number 3. We are gonna make something that looks like a hand. I want to start this saying that I did a mistake and I did not understand how much you do have to be careful to not making air bubbles inside of this. So you want to open the glove, putting it on a glass, and then slowly pour all the concrete inside. Then you're gonna have to make a little knot on the side and start placing it in the position that you want it to stay. I want it to be folded with a thumb up so that it could hold the bulb. Here it is after 2 days that it's completely dry, and me ripping it out very much too violently because this happened. This is because of the air bubble and because I was too violent. So please be more gentle while you're trying to rip off your glove. We're gonna stick this back on, but yeah, you can be more careful than I was. And then the result is so easy. You just pass the thread of your cable inside and it's gonna be such a cute side lamp. Number 4, and my absolute favorite project. You have to get one little plastic bag, the ones that you can close on the line and become like hermetic, and then you just fill it up, not completely this time because you want to have some space to move the concrete around this little package, and then close it on the side. And then you're going to take 2 elastics or 2 threads or anything that is going to let you tie the little plastic bag, making a knot in the middle. After 2 days it was dry and I just had to rip everything off, both the threads and also the plastic bag. and this was the result. It looks something like a starfish, but then you're going to notice now what is going to happen. I took this cable that was made of thread, so not the plastic one, started from the bottom to make a knot, passed it under so that it would stay facing the top and very straight, and after that you have to give a lot of layers of hot glue. You pass it once, you let it dry, you pass it twice, you let it dry, and then you just screw your lamp on top and it looks like a little balloon flying, taking up from the concrete. I love this one. Project number 5. You can take a old big plastic glass, but I just had this rounded thing from my old project that I just did about the animals, and I thought it would look even cooler to have such a cool and big base. So you just pour the concrete inside, you tap it around so to explode all the air bubbles like always, and then we're gonna make a tiny hole on the top of your closing so that you can pass your metal stick inside. After 2 days that it's completely dry, actually this one didn't dry so much, I think because it was closed it took it longer, and then you have to pass inside this little clip on one side, screw in a closing, and then this is going to be big enough to pass inside your bulb. This is going to be so cool, so minimal, perfect for an industrial apartment, and also the light can go up and down according to where you want to place it. Now let's move to another project that actually I did not adore before even doing it. I thought it was just a cute adding up, but it ended up being one of my favorites. So cute and romantic for like outdoor lighting. Anyway, you get your bowl like every single time and you fill it, this time not all the way up. We want it kind of flat, almost to have a shape of a plate, and then you just stick inside to dry a little jar. Once it's gonna dry, you are gonna have this plate with a jar stuck inside. You just pop inside a little candle and it's gonna be so cute. Project number 7. This is gonna be the only lamp for the ceiling that we're gonna make in today's tutorial. And you have to blow again a balloon, but this time way more, so we want it to be way bigger. And then I thought it was a lot easier to tie something on the top that we could keep it straight while covering it with the concrete. This time we're not going to cover the entire balloon, but only the top part. I like to do it not equally so that one side would be longer than the other, and always holding it from the thread on the top is going to help you so much. Then after 2 days it dried, bye bye bowl, and then we go for the balloon popping. Once this is out, you just pop out the balloon. The inside is already completely smooth, and then you just go and pass your bulb inside and hang it on your ceiling. Project number 8. This one is super easy and the fact is so minimal, I actually adore it. It's gonna make a little square made of concrete. You just need a carton of milk, you cut the bottom, the top away, bottom, the same thing. Then you use some toilet paper roll to stick it on, and I used some liquid glue on the side just to make again a hole where the concrete is not gonna go so that the cables can come inside, and you pour all the concrete inside. Turns out that the concrete would put a lot of pressure on the toilet paper, so I also put something bigger inside to keep the shape of the toilet paper, and then you just have to rip everything off and make it appear again with a hole on the bottom. You pass inside your cable, and then there you go. You have your super cool minimal industrial side lamp. I love this! The floor pipe lamp. This one can be done in so many different variations. The first step is always the first one, so use a bowl almost completely full and put the first pipe inside. To keep it in place and standing where you want it, I just used a lot of tape, put it in different directions to put around the pipe several times, and just when you filled it enough, you just twirl a little bit the top so the tape sticks even more. You wait 2 days and then you just start ripping everything off. Once you have taken away also the plastic and the tape, you're gonna have a very good solid base for which you can do different shapes of pipes on top of this, because it just connects with separate and different kind of exits. I decided to make it straight, and I just used one of the exits where the cable is going to come out from so you can turn on and off the lamp, and then instead the main exit from the top where I put the bulb, and this is the final result. But you can decide, as I said, to make it go in different directions. You just have to assemble it as you want. And I guess you're wondering, That was 9 lamps, not 10. And you're right. But I actually broke it and I wouldn't have done it in time to remake it and edit it and put it in this video. So I did it again last night and I will publish it later today whenever it's gonna dry on my Instagram. So if you're curious for the 10th lamp, go there. If 9 was enough for you, just let me know which one is your favorite. See you next time.